Hi, you are watching episode 7 of our inspiring series based on real stories from the book How the Secret Changed My Life by Rhonda Byrne. If you would like to follow along with today's story, you can find it on page 77 of the Kindle edition of the book. This series is all about everyday people whose lives were transformed by the power of the secret. And today's story is nothing short of magical. Now, before we dive in, here's something to remember. If you are asking the universe for something, whether it's money, a new job, or a better life, you've got to act like it's already yours. That means feeling truly grateful right now, even before it shows up. When you focus your gratitude on what you do have, instead of worrying about what you don't, something incredible happens. The old problems begin to fade, and life starts bringing in the good stuff. So today, let's hear a powerful story of trust, gratitude, and a surprise from the universe that came right on time. This story is from Zane G in Pueblo, Colorado, USA. Back in December 2007, Zane was working as the executive director of a non-profit organization. His team had found a building they wanted to purchase, but it needed a lot of work and a new mortgage. Well, that made everyone more than a little nervous. Still, they decided to move forward with faith. But then, life threw them a curveball. Over the Christmas holidays, while traveling, Zane and his wife were in a car accident that completely written off the vehicle. And they were far from home. Thankfully, they were okay, but the experience shook them. Friends had been encouraging them to check out The Secret for months, and now they were finally ready. On the drive back home, they listened to the audio version of the book, and something clicked, especially the idea of keeping a gratitude journal. Zane bought journals for both himself and his wife. And on January 1st, 2008, he sat down and wrote two powerful things. On one side, he listed everything he already had that he was thankful for. And on the opposite page, under a heading he called Gratitude Intentions, he wrote these exact words. I am so grateful for the $75,000 my charity received for our new building on March 31st, 2008. Let that sink in for a second. He wrote in the present tense, as if it already happened, even though it hadn't. No promises, no donors lined up, just faith and gratitude. Then the waiting began. And guess what? On March 15, completely out of the blue, a local foundation reached out to Zane. They had heard about the charity's new building, and they wanted to help. Zane hadn't asked. He hadn't contacted them. They came to him. The foundation invited Zane and his board members to a meeting on March 25th. And during that meeting, something incredible happened. They handed over a letter saying they wanted to pay off the mortgage on the building, so the charity could focus on its mission, not the bills. But here is the jaw dropper. They plan to make two payments. The first, exactly $75,000 to be received on March 31st, 2008. Exactly the date Zane had written in his journal. And the rest of the money would come the very next day, April 1st. No one could have planned this. But Zane didn't have to. He just believed. He felt grateful, and the universe showed up. Isn't that amazing? Here's the key message in Zane's story, and one that's echoed again and again in The Secret. You cannot attract more into your life unless you are deeply thankful for what you already have. In fact, if you are so truly grateful for everything that's around you now, you might find you never even need to ask for anything. The universe will deliver before the words even leave your mouth. They say money doesn't grow on trees. But sometimes, when your heart is filled with appreciation, it feels like the blessing fall from the sky. So here's your takeaway. Before you look for more, stop and say thank you for what is. Start a gratitude journal. I mentioned about this gratitude journal in many videos here. Speak your dreams in the present tense. And most importantly, feel like it's already yours. That's how you open the door. If this story inspired you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more real life magic. And leave a comment sharing what you are grateful for today. And of course, if you can, share this video with someone who needs a little faith in what is possible. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, keep your heart grateful and your eyes open for miracles. And have a lovely day.